All right, Midwest Modifieds rolling out onto the racetrack. Leading them out is going to be car number 42. That's Steve Wharf. On his outside, it'll be Gilbert Rowland. And the number 24 car, he'll be on the outside of row number 1. Inside row number 2, that's going to be Jaron Martin out of Republic, Missouri. And that's not Jaron, not sure Jaron not making the call, I don't believe. Jonathan Dean in car number 26D. John Langton in the number 35. Donnie Ost in the 34 machine. Car number 41, that's going to be Lacey Menzie out of Clever, Missouri. Rick Lampy in car number 17L. Rounding out the field will be the 36 machine. We'll get a name on him in just a moment. Here we go, green in the air. Coming off turn number 4, it'll be Steve Wharf leading lap number 1. Gilbert Rowland second. Donnie Ost in the number 3 spot, now trying to take that second spot away, getting together a little bit with the 24. And that opens the door for Jeremy Leahy and also John Langton as Ost fights back. Steve Wharf out in front, enjoying a nice, comfortable lead. Gilbert Rowland, strong run in the 2 spot. Good battle for a third. 3 cars, 3 wide, off turn number 4. It's Donnie Ost sliding up the racetrack into the 20 car just a little bit. Jaron Martin making a late appearance. Already a couple of laps down. Gilbert Rowland again holding on to second. Donnie Ost in car number 34. That is the final transfer position. John Langton trying to work over Jeremy Leahy. Nice crossover move coming off turns 3 and 4. Langton down to the bottom of the speedway now, trying to take away that number 4 position. 2 to go this time by. Again, the best battle on the speedway for the 4th spot. Jeremy Leahy in the Rick's Tire Shop number 20's got it. John Langton trying to take it away. White flag for Steve Wharf. Gilbert Rowland, Donnie Ost, your top 3. John Langton still trying to work over that 20 car. Cannot make the pass off turn number 4. Steve Wharf transfers in, as does Gilbert Rowland and Donnie Ost. Leahy fourth. So once again, as we've already documented, this is a very tough group of cars. Your feature winner from last Saturday night finishes 5th in the heat race, and that means he'll have to come in through a B main along with Jeremy Leahy. Top 3 move on. Everybody else goes into 1 of 2 B mains. All right, the next group of cars rolling out onto the racetrack right now. Leading them out is going to be Tim Mullins in car number 16, driver out of Nixon, Missouri. And as we mentioned, he has been to victory lane in that 16 car. On his outside, another winner in times past, the Sparta, Missouri driver, Rob Muilenburg. Sean Carlberg, good driver, good hot rod right here. He'll start on the inside of row number 2. And on his outside, another feature winner from last year in the Green Lawn Funeral Homes number 74, that's Kyle Bates. Ian Morissette in the Jump Farms number 38 car on the inside of row number 3. And on his outside in the Langton Welding number 44 car, that's Jerry Langton, your winner from March Madness. Cody Morgan, Justin Yacko, Dylan Sanderson, rounding out your field. Justin Yacko in that number 11 car. All right, keep an eye on him. It's going to be a dandy right here. You got Jerry Langton starting outside row number 3. He's going to be wanting to get up towards the front. But he's got 4 cars right in front of him that are going to be hard to deal with. We'll keep an eye on him as Tim Mullins leads him in, coming off turn number 4. Muilenburg, that is, getting ready to go as well. Green in the air. Mullins leads them off turn number 2 down the backstretch, but it's Muilenburg looking down to the bottom of the speedway. Langton already on the move, looking for that number 4 spot as he goes 3 wide off turn number 4. Langton still in the middle, and he'll make it work. He makes the pass around Sean Carlberg. He's up into the number 3 spot, making his way around Kyle Bates. Bates dives it down to the bottom of the speedway, but not going to work as Langton holds on to the number 3 spot. Oh, Morgan up and over the top of the banking and into turn 1 wall. We'll see if he keeps it going, but he made heavy contact with that outside concrete. Meanwhile, we stay under green as Morgan does a good job to stay off the racing surface. Tough break for that young man. Good battle up front. 3 cars all battling for that top position. Here comes Jerry Langton making it work up on the top side of the speedway. Down the backstretch they'll go. Still Mullins out in front with Muilenburg riding in second. Langton riding in third. Top 3 pulling away from the rest of the field. Morissette in 4th. Langton liking the top side of the speedway. Muilenburg trying to make the bottom work. Mullins going right through the center and doing a nice job of holding on to the lead. Here comes Muilenburg. Langton right up on the back bumper. The number 59 car can't deal with the Rob Muilenburg machine as of yet. Muilenburg trying to make a pass on his own. Cannot get around Mullins. White flag in the air. Langton got a good run off turn number 4 that time. Maybe able to get a fender alongside of Muilenburg going down into 3 and 4. This will be the final shot coming off turn number 4. It's going to be Tim Mullins, Muilenburg, and Langton, your top 3. How about it, race fans? A great heat race right there. And Tim Mullins doing a good job of holding off the veteran Rob Muilenburg and veteran Jerry Langton as they continue to battle amongst themselves and give a call to Ian Morissette, finishing up in the number 4 position. And even though they don't transfer in through a heat race, that's a better starting spot for the B main that they've got to qualify through. So these positions important as well as we get ready to go. Heat race number 3 for the Casey's General Store Midwest Modifieds. Lead them out. It's going to be that Jared McIntyre machine driver out of Joplin, Missouri. Ty Jackson in the Gots to Go number 0. Right behind him, it'll be the number 45 machine. That's Colt Cheevers, driver out of Ozark, Missouri. Andy Austin, car number 72 out of Mount Vernon. Jeremy Hazel in car number 15. Jacob Long out of Greenfield, Missouri in car number 34. And I believe this may be Jacob's first time out with us in that 34 machine. Driving the number 12 car, how about Brian Tillman behind the wheel of a Midwest Modified? And shotgun on the field is going to be the 4 of Craig Morgan. And a 03 car of Chris Woodruff getting up in his starting position on the inside of row number 1. Hold up. Looks like we may have to go another lap. All right, getting ready to go. Looks like the 03 will be to the back of the field for a late entry. Well, this one's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And again, I have not seen that 12 car in action. But Brian Tillman is a beast behind the wheel, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see him wheeling a Midwest Modified. All right, we'll give them a 1 to go as they come across the start-finish line this time. Ty Jackson will be on point. Top three, once again, are going to be locked into the A main. Everybody else will have to race their way in. And once again, race fans, as you look at this field of cars right here, McIntyre and Ty Jackson up on the front row, Austin, Colt Cheevers. You got Brian Tillman back there deep in the field. And some of these good hot rods are going to be in danger of not making the A main. Here we go. It's going to be 8 times for 9 cars coming off turn number 4. Green flag in the air. They'll waste no time going 3 wide. Coming off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Colt Cheevers got a good run on Ty Jackson and already up into the number 2 spot for the number 45. Andy Austin in the number 4 spot right behind Ty Jackson. Austin, the 72 car, trying to get up into that transfer position. So far, not able to. Has a good run at the top of the racetrack. And now he will get up alongside Ty Jackson as Colt Cheevers is out in front in the Napa Auto Parts 45. Colt Cheevers trying to get away from the rest of the field, already opening up about 6 car lengths over Jared McIntyre. Aust up into the number 3 spot, Ty Jackson running in 4th, and here comes Jeremy Hazel in car number 15. And how about that number 34 car? Getting up there and making it happen. That's Jacob Long, driver out at Greenfield. He's up alongside Ty Jackson. Again, the 72 of Andy Oss with the final transfer position. Oh, into the side of the 72 goes Jeremy Hazel. Wow, and I'm not going to think Ost is going to like that very much at all, and I know Keith Pratt didn't like it. As Hazel makes heavy contact with Andy Ost coming off turn number 4, and that's a tough break for Andy Ost because now he will have to go to the back of the field, and he's got a long ways to go and a short time to get there if he's going to qualify in this heat race. And again, I know he's got a good race car and has a shot through the B main. Hazel looked like he had a good hot rod, maybe a little bit faster than that 72 car, but just misjudged a little bit there. And all right, still trying to get that 72 car off the berm down there in turn number 4. And looks like they'll give him a little bit of help getting the front end of that car off the top. Well, give a call to Jacob Long in car number 34. Jacob doing a nice job coming up from deep in the field and already up into the number 4 spot. And I believe he will threaten that number 3 position before this one is over. And I may have jinxed Brian Tillman in car number 12. So far, not able to move up very far. First night out in that car, so maybe shaking it down, trying to get the bugs worked out of it. Kevin Harvick said one time you can't make a slow car go fast, and right now he may just be a little bit slow. And boy, that's bad news right there. Looks like the 72 of Andy Aust is off the racetrack. Man, I hate to see that. Really hate to see that. Great competitor, and I tell you, Andy Aust there at the start of that race had an opportunity to make a pretty aggressive move, but did not. Out of courtesy for the driver that would have been 3 wide coming across the start-finish line, and give a call to him for being a good heads-up, safe driver out there. And unfortunately, looks like he's headed to the pit area. Man, I hate to see that. All right, we'll try it one more time as Colt Cheevers will bring him to the start-finish line, and I don't believe Colt is going to be caught in this one. The Wiley's drilling machine is fast. Colt Cheevers been behind the wheel of a race car for more years than I want to think about. I remember watching him race for a lot of years. Raced over at the Dallas County Speedway. Great competitor. And right now he's got this car hooked up and ready as Keith Pratt throws the green. Coming off turn number 4, Colt Cheevers continuing that blistering pace. Jared McIntyre doing a nice job holding on to the number 3 position. Ty Jackson now solidly into that number 3 position, as Long is about 10 car lengths back. Jeremy Hazel trying to recover and make his way through the field as the white flag comes out one more time around. Off turn number 4, it'll be the 45 of Colt Cheevers showing the way. He'll move on, as will Jared McIntyre and Ty Jackson. All right, so the third heat race is in the books, and so far we've got 9 qualified for the A main. And I really hope we see that Andy Aust machine back out before this night is over. Hopefully not too much damage to that 72 car. Really tough break for him as he exited early due to an accident not of his making. Heat race number 4 lining up, ready to go. 8 laps will be the distance for Corey Carter out of Elkland, Missouri in car number 28. Will Hibden out of Joplin, Missouri in car number 6. On the inside of road number 2 out of Springfield, Missouri, it'll be Ken Walker in car number 51. On his outside, past champion, 2-time champion that is, that's Gary Krebs in car number 26. Another champion right behind him in car number 83, that's Scott Campbell. Joey Wiles, keep your eye on the wild child. And just as I say that, yeah, there's Joey right there. Elijah Keeper in the 81. Duncan in the 11. Here we go, green in the air. How about a little 4 wide action coming across the start-finish line? 4 wide and we stay green. How about it? Coming off turn number 4, leading lap number 1 is going to be Corey Carter, but Joey Wiles on the charge. Gary Krebs fights with Ken Walker. Now Ken Walker sliding back just a little bit, and it's the 81 of Elijah Keeper on the move. Off turn number 4, Joey Wiles to the lead. Gary Krebs taking over second. Now Elijah Keeper trying to get up into that final transfer position as Ken Walker is now recovered into the top 5 and looking strong. Here comes Scott Campbell as well. Corey Carter, here they come, man. Still 2 and 3 wide down there battling for position as Gary Krebs looking good tonight, trying to chase down leader Joey Wiles. Elijah Keeper up into the number 3 position. Those cars will charge in the 83 car, swings around the top of the 51, now looks to the top side of the Corey Carter machine, coming off turn number 4, Scott Campbell to the number 4 spot. Kenny Walker having trouble with that 51 car, may be broke. We'll keep an eye on him. Out on the racetrack though, Joey Wiles has about a 4-car length lead over Gary Krebs. Elijah Keeper a half a straightaway back. Scott Campbell also in a distant 4th. White flag in the air for Wiles and Krebs as this battle for the lead is heating up. Coming down for the final time through turns 3 and 4. Krebs and Wiles gonna battle it out, and it'll be Joey Wiles, Gary Krebs, and Elijah Keeper, your top 3. Scott Campbell finishes 4th. And a nice job by the Ron McClellan machine. Ron coming up there, finish up in the top 5. And Gary Krebs looking really good in that 26 car. Joey Wiles aggressive early, moves out into the lead. And then Elijah Keeper, no surprise there, started deep in the field, but is into a transfer position.